Apologize for the cough. But I didn't really want to type here, so I thought I'd just make a video. I'm a bit sick though. Okay, so what I've done here is I've added the palette, and this palette is not my own work. It seems to come from an equation that I found online. It seems commonly referred to. And what it does is it somehow uses some trigonometry, and it must go through like the RGB color wheel or something, and it basically manages to cycle through the color wheel and return back to the original location using the cosine. And it's a function that actually takes 12 parameters. I think each one of these variables is actually like, yeah, it's a vector of 3 components, red, green, blue. So there are 4 variables, but each variable has 3 components, meaning you have 12 components actually. And you can make a certain palette basically, and that's how I have this animation right here. So if you make A 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, B the following, C the following, D the following, you should get the following palette. And the guy shows it in some like examples, how to copy and paste into the code. And so I copied that, and I found this method of like pasting it in. And the way I got these numbers is, well, first you can probably just fool around and get them, but I also found this website. I don't know how useful it is though, because I made this color gradient by moving this stuff around. This is the color gradient I wanted for my image, and if you look, the coefficients that I should paste in align with the coefficients I have in my code, but it doesn't work. Maybe I have the order wrong, or something, or I just don't know how to use it, or maybe they're actually using some different method or something, but anyways, whatever. It seems to be working, and so I tried a different color palette for fun, so put that in. This one is just using the top line and just pasting it over and over again in all the variables. So if I show that, and boom. As you can see now, it's going from green to red, which I thought was really cool. Oh wait, I don't think that's the same as my gradient though, but it's quite similar. That's interesting. I haven't really thought about how this function works. I just assume it works because it looked kind of scary. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about some other things here. Basically, this palette, what it does is it filters the distance into the column, and this column is right here. So basically, this palette just filters everything going through to make the colors that it makes, and it seems to have static colors. So if you pick a certain point, it will either be black or what you want your palette to be, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, I was just looking at online stuff, and that's how I found this. And then I noticed there's actually a lot of customizability. If you change, even if you change tiny things here, you can just fool around. Oh yeah, like if I add palette here, like I wonder what that would do. Honestly, have no idea. I mean, I do because I ran it through, but at this point, it's getting like really crazy. The math is like so crazy. I can't even think about it anymore. But yeah, so if I run this, that it actually completely changes the gradient outside to inside, and the mix, it seems like a tiny gradient inside each concentric circle, which I thought was really cool. It's a little bit too chaotic though for my resolution. I wish I had a really large screen so I could see it better. Look, I've got things like, if you change what you're dividing by, change it to like 1, it gets really thin. Change it to 10, gets really thick. Oh, wait, is that thicker? Yeah, it's a little thicker. Interesting thing though, I can do a similar operation as dividing by multiplying the rational function. So, or like increasing the denominator in the rational function. So instead of making this really low, I can make it significantly higher, maybe and it's really bright. It's also really thick too. I don't know if it's thick or if all the brightness just increased so it looks like it's thicker. Yeah, I honestly barely know what I'm doing, but I stumbled my way here and it's pretty cool. I just wanted to show it because I thought it would be pretty awesome. What was I? Spencer 5, I think? No, what was it? I don't remember. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, well, since I'm here, I might as well fool around with some other stuff like... Well, okay, now this is going completely out of plan, so whatever I do here is just what I do. So what I like to do is I like to change something, but first hypothesize what it does. If it's like mentally feasible to hypothesize. So what if I just comment this line out? I mean, based on previous experience, it should just give me filled circles, but considering there's so many concentric circles, what would that do? I think it would just give me many circles overlapped on top of each other, but the colors might blend, so it might be black in the middle. Well, it would be red and green, which would be, what's red and green? As you can see, I really don't know that color wheel. Red, green, yellow. Whoa. Okay, I don't even know. Wait. That's really interesting. I'll have to think about why it does that. If you take away the absolute value. That is really cool though. And then, let's see here, what about if I multiply this side? It should increase the density of the circles. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. If I made it 100. Whoa. That's wild. It seems like a basically zoom in, zoom out function. So what I've discovered here is there's a brightness setting / thickness setting, a color setting, color gradient that I don't know really how to use, as well as a zoom in, zoom out setting. So it seems like when I do like 100, it's just basically just zooms out big time. That's really cool. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on what's next. Alright. Okay, I open my video.